Hello, everybody. I hope you guys are having a terrific Thursday. I am coming on live for the money clearing. I hope everyone's ready. I'm going to give everyone just a moment to jump on, as this really does work best if you can be actively participating in your own clearing and your own healing. It works better that way. So those of you guys, as you jump on, go ahead and say hi below so I know that you're here, because I'm going to be kind of like energetically collecting you guys up here in a moment. So hi. I can't do my glasses today. Hello. Okay, so I have Jenny, Allison, Saporn. Oh my gosh, hello. Lee, I feel so lucky that you jumped on, Lee Nolan. I am so happy to see you. All right, so this is what I think I'm going to do. I can see everybody. Okay, so far I've got the comments. I think what I'm going to do before I get too deep in the clearing, I miss you, Saporn. I miss you so much. Before I get too deep in the clearing, I'm going to go ahead and just log on to have the backup comments, because remember last time somehow I swiped the comments off. Don't know how I did it, but I did it. So anyways, I'm going to just make sure that I have a backup method here in case I do it again. It's obviously a setting that I messed with and didn't realize that I messed with it. So this is what I want you guys to do. All right, let me make sure I can see you all. Okay, perfect. Yes, I can. I don't know if I'm back too far or what. You guys can hear and see me okay, right? Maybe I need to pull the... One of these days, I'm going to get it down to where I'm not fooling around with the daggum camera the entire time before I get everything set up. Should we turn this light on? Does that make it any better? Okie dokie, go feed babies. All right, guys, we're about to get started. So those of you all that are hopping on, make sure that you do say hello. Make sure that you do say something so I know that you're here, because I'm going to be energetically collecting you guys up. All right, so what we're going to be doing today is going to be a live clearing. I'm going to need you to participate. Hey, Amy. Hi. How's everybody? Good. Thank you for saying hi. Hi, Leith. Hello. All right, so as I have said, this is going to be kind of like, I'm going to need your active participation, because it matters, right? It matters if you participate in your own clearing. It matters if you participate in your own healing process. It matters when you are actively engaged in what is happening, instead of sort of like passively being involved, if that makes sense. And so I'm saying this because I want to ask you guys, how involved are you in your own creation process? How involved are you in being committed to bringing forth what you actually want in your life? Is it that you're kind of like putting that energy passively in kind of like a hope or a wish or a dream that perhaps one day it will transpire for you? Or are you that active participant and really creating from your own energy? And so I bring that up today because I've had a lot of just feedback, messages and talking to clients and friends and family members. And it seems like the theme is, well, one day when it gets better, or maybe that will be good for me. And instead of really being very active in what they're wanting to create, it's like they're more active in the limiting belief factors that are contributing to exactly what they don't want. So I really want to ask you guys today, and you got to put it in the chat so that way we're going to be clearing it. But go ahead and put it in the chat, like, how involved are you? And are you an active participant in what you're wanting to bring forth, what you're wanting to create? Or are you more active in these limiting beliefs, the stories, the disempowering and defeating stories that kind of run rampant in your mind? Are you entertaining those thoughts more than you're actually entertaining, what's actually going to bring that better version of your life experience forward? So those are some things that we're going to just kind of like put in the energetic pot today in order to be cleared. So if you guys can, just go ahead and comment below. I'm going to ask you a few questions and you're going to put your answer in the chat box, or however it looks on your side. It looks like a little box on my side. So, my nose is itching, and every time I get ready to run energies, my nose itches. It's like the sensation that happens. So, all right. So I'm going to make sure that the comments are loading. Go ahead and type below how involved you are. All right. Second, hi, Sherry. I just saw that you popped on. So just go ahead and type below what your current feeling is about money. So porn, thank you. I feel that I'm pretty active in manifesting, but I do fall into being passive because I'm tired or disengaged. I'm very active in what I want to create, but I don't know how to get the finances for it. Perfect. I'm attempting to be more active, but I find myself falling into the limiting beliefs. I am becoming more aware of the limiting beliefs though, and then when it comes to mine, I work on it. Awesome commitment. I love hearing that. That is awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Sherry. You're so sweet. She says I look good in all the colors. You like this blue? I don't really wear this blue often. You guys know, like, I'm usually a gray kind of gal. I always wear gray shirts. I don't know why. I just like gray, which is bizarre. Okay. Yeah, that's a little bit better. All right. Now I don't feel like I'm so far away and I'm not like hunched over. I am active daily. I do go in circles more than I would like to admit. All right. I like that you said that. That's a really good response. And so what I want to know, those of you guys that seem to, all right, we've got one more. Fall more into limiting beliefs. I always think I will have money. I always think that I'll have money, and I do at the time. I need to more active in creating more for myself and work on the fear of putting myself out there. Yes, I like that blue on you. Thank you. I feel pretty active, but the finances part, I fall back into limiting beliefs. Okay. And here is what I want to talk about. And the reason why we're doing this is because we're bringing up the energy, guys. We're bringing up these limiting stories. We're bringing up the feelings that it brings about, because if we're unaware of the feelings, we're unaware of the limitations, sometimes it can hide, right? And it hides in various ways, and it might not even come out in this particular category when you're dealing with finances or dealing with money or dealing with abundance or, wanting to truly create prosperity. Sometimes it can even come out in relationships. Sometimes it can come out in your own negative self-talk. Sometimes it can come out in the way that you even view self-care. So it's really important that we start kind of pulling up all of these energies and start pulling up kind of like the vibrational factors that are locking them into place, so we can begin to disengage the lock that it has had on us, okay? I think it depends on my mood. I don't always dedicate the time to focus, but I often have a positive attitude in general. Active in my healing and creation, confused about which channels more abundant amounts of money can come through the easiest. All right, I'm attached to the how. Yes, okay, good. I was hoping somebody was going to say that. Attached to the how. We get very attached to the how, don't we? Starting to become more aware of my beliefs. I have a big block around the exchange rate. I imagine that can be tricky because you are, remind me where you are. Are you South Africa? I know that exchange rate is different. Sometimes I do fear losing it. Okay, perfect. I'm glad that you said that. Not perfect that you have that fear, but perfect because we're going to be clearing that. Working on being more active, but sometimes I do fall into the limiting beliefs. All right. Cool. Oh, here we go. Lee, I have a lot of limiting beliefs around money. I have been working on them. So much has come out recently. I didn't even know that was there. Perfect. Good for you. So actually, you just got a confirmation that you are dedicating yourself to this clearing and healing process, Lee. So if you start kind of noticing things that you're like, whoa, where'd that even come from? Then that's really evident of you kind of diving in and going in different directions in order to bring this stuff up. And it's really, really important to be looking at these things. But so we're going to do something really fun today is that we're going to kind of I'm going to do a different type of clearing session than what I normally do for groups. I usually do these in one-to-one, and they're really powerful. Kristen actually just got one the other day, and she was like, oh, I felt like I was perfectly fine. And then so much like moved and came out for her. She was like, whoa, this was really interesting. I'm like, I know, it's so cool to see what can actually move when you just get out of the way and you allow it. You have to be the active participant and say, yes, I'm ready and willing. But also it's like you're not trying to micromanage and control like this specific issue that you think that it is. Because sometimes we get very caught up in our minds and say, okay, we've got to make sure that this block is removed. I've got a block, I've got a block, I've got a block, I've got a block, I've got to remove the block. How many of you guys actually say that? And how many of you guys actually believe I have a block, I have a block, I have a block, right? And so when we say that and we believe it and we're constantly looking, we may have the desire to remove that block and we may have the desire to work through that limitation, but the consistent reminder and the reinforcement in our mind and in our subconscious is that there's a block. So even if you have some healing layers that take place, even if you're clearing some layers, you might actually find that you're consistently running into that block because you've reinforced the belief that that block is there. And so when that happens, the energy of the block actually becomes more dominant than your desire to actually remove said block. So I want you guys to be very cognizant of the language that you have with yourself and the relationship that you have with yourself as you participate with money. Because money, again, is just an energy, y'all. Money is an energy, okay? Money has a frequency, a vibration, but so do you. Money is just a material formulation of energy. It's energy made matter, right? And now we as a society and we as a collective humanity have assigned the meanings to money. How many of you guys have a particular, love-hate relationship with money, right? And how many of you guys, when you go to look at, okay, I want to create a certain amount, do you find that there's a particular belief system that automatically inserts itself? For example, let's play around with this. I want you guys right now to think of a number, okay? Think of a number right now. What would you like to create next month? Is it $3,000? $400? $10,000? I want you to think of a number. Go ahead and think of that number, and I want you to go ahead and type it in. This clearing's going to be super fun. We're already getting it going. By the way, this is all part of it. So we've got to bring the energies up to the surface, and then we're going to go through 10 different categories, and we are going to be deleting any of the energetic weaknesses and sources of entangled energy that have created it to stay in place. Oh, you know what? I guess I can't do it now. Dang it. I meant to label this. Oh, I wonder if I can label it here. This is a live money clearing in case anyone's popping on. I can do it. Let me know if this works, y'all. Live money clearing. All right. I love some of you guys are reaching for the stars. Good job. Okay. So now that you guys have that number, what do you think you got to do to get that money? What comes up? What is your mind telling you that you have to do to get that money? Allow it. All right. Is that the mind or is that the heart? Okay, good job. Work your arse off and eat beanie weenies. So, okay, this is perfect. Let's play around with this one really quickly. That is an actual sort of like collective conscious paradigm that we plug into, right? In order to achieve, we must therefore suffer and settle in order to get to the success, right? We actively work on your biz, believe. Okay, good job. So this is what we're going to be doing. Win it. Allow it and not be guilt. But a lot of times we actually use our own energy improperly. We use our energy improperly because we say, okay, here's my goal. Okay, I want the, I don't know, $10,000, $5,000, whatever it is. Let's just say 10 because it's a cool round number, okay? I want the $10,000. Now that intention and that belief in itself carries a very particular energy, does it not? Like when you even hear that, you're like, ooh, yeah, okay. Now, it's already existing on that intentional rate, we'll call it that intentional rate. So there it is. But then what do? We start allowing it to sort of like fizzle down, and then our subconscious mind begins to activate with all of the conditioning, all of the programming, all of the stories that we have learned. And we've been programmed as young children, right? I can't afford it. We can't afford that. We can't do that. That's for the rich people. That's for this. And it comes from all different places. It's not just our parents. It's not just our parents, and it's not just our teachers or our priest or however you were brought up and whatever kind of religion you were brought up in. It happens everywhere. It happens in TV, radio, magazines, wherever you look, it is there, right? And so we have this really unique thread woven throughout humanity that we feel like we must connect to one another through our troubles and through our traumas and through our challenges and our obstacles. We feel like we must band together because we're enduring the same things, right? And so what happens is that we actually, through that connecting bond with one another throughout humanity, we actually reinforce that collective consciousness belief that is very disempowering, right? That, oh man, yeah, this month sucks too because I spend more money than I bring in. Every time I bring it in, it's gone before I can even do anything with it. And the light bill keeps going up and whatever, right? Insert whatever story. And so then we tell our brothers and sisters and our friends and our mom and our dad and our grandma and our kids and our neighbors, and we all kind of like connect through this common thread of like relatability, right? And it's from a basic human need for love and connection, but we're going about it in the wrong way, right? We're reinforcing the energy that we don't want, right? It's almost like a positive and negative charge that it actually has in that same moment. So then it literally locks itself into place. Like I go tell my neighbor, let's just say, yeah, golly, Alabama Power just keeps jacking up my bill. And he's like, yeah, me too. And, oh man, can't win for losing. Like this customer this and that client that and whatever, right? And then we start exchanging stories. We're not just exchanging stories, y'all. We're exchanging energy. And so we're exchanging energy about the same belief system that we have. And guess what we've done? We've literally just locked it into place on the thing that we say that we don't even want. And yet I'm fooling myself thinking that, oh, I've got a fun little connection with this person, right? Like I'm satisfying my basic human need for love and connection with this individual, but I've gone about it and disrupted my own energetic state and put myself in a place of disharmony in the relationship with money, in the relationship of receiving, in the relationship of spending based upon this tiny little belief. So can you see how it will grow and it will expand and it will turn into something super funky? So I'm telling you guys this because after the clearing, I want you guys to be extremely conscious of what your language is, how you are talking to one another about it, how you are going about your day and setting your intentions. The whole purpose of like really understanding these limitations is to understand how they're actually being reinforced and how we're locking it into place. Now, this is not to say, you need to be feeling bad about yourself or like judging yourself because you're doing these things. This is simply a state of awareness that we are moving into. And the more awareness we can invite into our life, the better we can open ourselves up for these clearings to actually solidify a new reality. It's not just some passive activity that feels like, okay, good, I've moved some energy out of the way. Yes, good, you've moved some energy out of the way, but now what? Are you going to be looking for the evidence that you're actually creating from like this new energetic baseline because some of this baggage has been like expelled from your systems? If so, then what does that mean for you? Does that mean that you've got to take a larger responsibility for how you conduct yourself and how you're actually meeting your basic human needs so you don't tangle up and get all of this energy that is misaligned in your relationship with the abundance that you choose to create? Because abundance is pure and beautiful and amazing. Why do we want to attach meanings and assignments and expectations and anything that is misaligned to the idea of abundance? We do it, right? We do it because it's coming from our own energy. So that's why we've got to be very aware about how we're using our energy. We don't want to be slinging it around improperly in a way to where it's actually not producing the results that we want, because our energy is ultimately our most precious commodity. It is the most vital resource you will ever be gifted with. It's not going to be what your brother and sister gave you. It's not going to be what your mama gave you. It's not going to be you winning the lottery and someone knocking on the door giving you a sack of cash. It's your energy. Because it is still going to be up to you when you take that sack of cash, what kind of lifestyle you're going to live with that sack of cash. Are you going to allow another limiting belief to come into play and say, holy shit, I've never had this amount of money before, I'm going to freak out. And then you spend it all so you can go back to your comfort zone of like, well, I'm used to not having anything. So, woo, that was fun while it lasted, but at least now I'm back to my comfort zone of not really having anything. I know how to live there. I know how to live in the comfort of not having crap and fighting for it and struggling for it and repeating, oh, I just can't afford it, or maybe one day, right? So really be thinking about that of like, if you were to have someone present you with the opportunity with that money goal that you just put in the chat box, $10,000, $100,000, whatever the case may be. If someone literally said, here you go, what would you do? How would you respond? And what would be the first emotional response? And then what would be the emotional response after that? Okay, so this is how we're going to get like very clear about how we want to conduct ourselves in the relationships. You just received a sack of cash. I want to use it to cushion my job hunt. Yeah. So I want you guys to really feel into this, because we have been programmed and we have been conditioned to believe that honestly, loss is inevitable, right? We really feel like eventually loss is inevitable. We feel like even though we have it, it's not sustainable. Even though we have it, it's not going to last. Even though we have it, something else is going to occur. I'm going to have to utilize it for some sort of an expense. There's going to be some problem. An appliance is going to break. The kids need braces. They got to go to college. So we really still automatically predetermine the amount that we think that we can receive. So not only do we block our receiving channels, we block our spending channels. We think that we honestly just need to continue to open up and be receptive But we also need to be grateful in the spending avenue. We need to be grateful, guys. We need to be grateful in the spending avenue. We think, oh, I'm going to open myself up and I'm going to receive and I'm going to be ready to receive. Yes. But what happens when you receive? We've also been programmed to believe that when we spend large chunks of money or we buy something luxurious or exuberant, that we automatically semi-punish ourselves through the exchange of shame, right? Now, for example, we'll celebrate a damn good deal, won't we? Like, oh my God, y'all, I got this pair of glasses for like $10. Can you even believe that I got this for $10? What a good deal I got. Oh my God, what a good deal. So then I feel real happy with myself that I actually spent the money because it was a perceived good deal. So I'm thinking, ooh, yeah, I did the work. I lowered my standards to get this object because it was a good deal. So I'm worthy of it, right? We feel like we're not really worthy of spending above a certain limit. Like we really cap ourselves when it comes to a certain level of spending. And then we invite in shame like, oh God, I probably shouldn't have spent the money on that. Or God, I can't spend the money on that because what does that make me? It makes me irresponsible. My kids have needs. My dog is not young. He requires a lot of medication. My house needs updates. God, that person down the street, have you seen how they live? They're pretty destitute. Maybe I just need to go give my money to them instead. So we invite in shame to really pull in the energy of like keeping ourselves stifled into a certain level. We never really bust past that particular ceiling or that level that allows us to invite in the abundance. Abundance doesn't show up, guys, on the vibration of shame or lack or limitation or fear or doubt or worry, or when we're like, I got a block that I can't work out. I got a block. Abundance is like, you're invisible, man. You're literally invisible. Abundance is like, I'm trying to find someone that is like ready for me. So are you ready? Are you ready for abundance? Are you ready to be that person that's like, you know what, guys? I just spent $1,000 on this pair of glasses. And it was not on sale, but it was a damn good deal because I like them. Right? So it's such a different relationship. And yes, these were actually a legit cheap pair of glasses. But do you see kind of the relationship that we create with the material objects in our life and even experiences? Sometimes we like really stifle our own experiences. Like, ooh, I'm going to have an amazing vacation, but I'm only going to spend this much money, or and yes, I understand before you even say it, that if you only have a certain amount, you can only spend a certain amount. But what I'm trying to get you guys to understand is the energy exchange that we're making with ourselves and the energy exchange that we're making with the universe. So if I'm taking vacations and saying, oh yes, I need to unplug and I need to relax and I need to rejuvenate and restore myself, but I'm going to stay in the cheapest hostel I can find, like, what is that actually saying to the universe? That I'm only worthy of unplugging and restoring my energy in like this very limiting, constricted view of what a vacation or a holiday can actually feel like? Like that's really not probably what you were going for, right? And then you get frustrated and you're like, damn, I actually want that luxurious vacation. I want that thing that I see in Bali. You know what I mean? So I guess what I'm saying is that, sorry, I'm trying to watch your comments too. I guess what I'm saying is that we have really got to pay attention to the energy exchange that we are making with ourselves, not just once we pick up a dollar bill or when we go swipe our debit card somewhere or when we receive our paycheck. And that's a whole nother thing that I dive into in like the abundance course is like, think about all the words that we use around money, finances, wages, cash, moolah, like all the things. Like there is a huge list. Sometimes we have more of a ruffled relationship with investments than we do spending dollar bills, right? Like think about that. Think about like if you had a handful of dollar bills, or if you had a handful of let's just think what would be a cool equation. CDs. My grandfather was really big into CDs, like certificates of deposit. And like, you know, you have this little certificate or this piece of paper that shows like what you put in. If you put $100,000 in the bank or whatever, and it accumulates and draws interest or whatever, like you would have a different feeling, right? So what I'm getting at is that the feeling still comes from you. That piece of paper is not doing it to you. That dollar bill is not doing it to you. It's still coming from within you. So if you want to expand and you want to create more, then we've got to get the energy inside of us aligned to be a match to it. So then abundance isn't like, oh my God, you're invisible. Abundance is like, oh, I see you. You are on the same vibe as me. Here I come. Get ready. It's about to go down. And so you're like, yes, right? And so then you've activated your spending channels, you've activated your receiving channels, you've activated your reciprocation channels, you've activated your exchange channels. It's not just about attraction. It's about the magnetism as well. Like, what are you magnetizing? How magnetic are you in all of those categories, right? All right, so now that we've kind of got some of this energy up, I want to go ahead and move through the clearing. You guys ready? Does anyone have anything before we start? Okay, I realized today I was telling myself that I can't drink any of my good quality teas I bought because they're too good for me. Now I'm off to brew. Yes. And so here's a really good opportunity to reinforce your behavior. I'm really glad this person just notated this. She literally said, I realized today I was telling myself I can't drink any of my good quality teas I bought because they're too good for me. Now I'm off to brew one of those teas. It's almost like you need to take the attitude that like, yeah, of course I bought these because this is what I get to put in my vessel, my body. This is what houses this particular energy that I get to create from. And that goes for anything you want to create, whether it's money or an experience or a lifestyle or a relationship or whatever, right? Like look at your body as if it is like the vessel that will always bring you what you want. So how are you treating it? How are you treating your energy? How are you treating the choices in which you're nourishing this state of ultimate creation, right? Because that is how the universe is going to reciprocate to you and for you, because it's going to be by you and through you. Cool? All right, let's rock. All right, guys, this is what I want you guys to do. I want you to... I'm kind of feeling into your energy, and what I am feeling, and this may be a kind of like a good particular phrase that will sort of be a catch-all, but how many of you all resonate with the word struggle when it comes to money? When you think of creating or whatever, does struggle come into your vocabulary, into your conscious awareness, into the realm of reality when you think of money? Has there ever been struggle, etc.? God, I hope I didn't turn the comments off again. Okay, cool. I thought I turned it off. Okay, cool. Because I want to use this word. Is why I'm asking. I was kind of feeling into just the consensus struggle. Okay, yep. Allison saying sometimes. Yes. I've got a bunch of yeses so far. Allison, if it's not struggle, then what would be the word? Trish, if it's not struggle, what would be the word? Give me another word. Okay, I'm getting a bunch of yeses. Got some hand raising. You guys that did not say, or you guys that said sometimes on struggle, give me the word that is most predominant that comes into focus. Stress. Yeah. Fear. Okay, good. That's actually a really good one. All right, let's throw that into the mix. Stress and fear. All right, perfect. All right, that's what we're going to use today. We're going to use stress, fear, and struggle. Hard. Okay. Disbelief. Yeah, those are all good. Challenge. Yeah, challenge kind of feels like the energy of struggle to me for some reason. Panic. That's a good one. Which usually fear kind of like births the panic, doesn't it? To me. Lack, not enough. Okay, let's do this. I think we've got the energy coming up. Okay, guys. Just kind of energetically collecting you. What I want you all to do is I want you all, first of all, is everybody in a place that you can get comfortable and we can go through this. Yes or no? I want you guys to get comfortable. You're going to close your eyes because we're about to move through all of these categories. Okay, good. All right. Good. All right. Yes. All right. Perfect. Let's do it then. All right. Good. All right. The energy's already kind of starting to run. All right, everybody, I want you're just going to listen to me guiding you today. This is going to be very different than a guided journey. We're going to go through various categories. We're going to be deleting any of the energetic weaknesses, the vibrational causes that have linked in any and all times that you have felt struggle, fear, doubt, and panic. Those keep coming up. Struggle, fear, doubt, and panic. Struggle, fear, doubt, and panic around money. I want you guys to go ahead and close your eyes. And we're going to focus on our breath for a moment because we're going to center our body. We want our body aligned to all of this energetic work that's going to be taking place today. We want our body aligned so the body receives all of these energetic shifts and changes that will be occurring. So I want you to go ahead and have your eyes closed, taking in a very deep breath. Focusing on that breath now, I want you to just notice how the natural rate of your breathing is in this moment. Is it rapid? Is it shallow? What's happening with your body? I want you to go ahead and feel into these words that I call out. And you are going to be assigning it a number. 10 is going to be the highest, kind of most extreme feeling, and 1 is going to be, don't feel it at all. So when I say the words fear, struggle, doubt, and panic around money, I want you to feel it in your body. And when you get an opportunity, I want you to assign a number to that feeling. And I want you to decide the intensity that these energies are sort of present in your being. How common and how often do these things come up? And go ahead and type that into the chat now. Got a 7899, very good. And if you want to give it a collective number, you 100% can. We can just kind of lump these together. 6, very good. 6, 10, 6, 6, 10. Okay. We're going to call that a collective 10, sometimes daily. Okay, a 9. All right, very good. 8. Good. All right. 10, 6, 8. 5, 10, but not all the time. They come hard and fast. Yeah, that's a very good point. Okay. All right, guys, I want you to really feel into this. We're going to lean into this feeling for a moment, okay? I want you to really lean into this feeling of that doubt, of that fear, of that struggle and that panic. I want you to really lean into these feelings. And realistically, they're all just conflicting energies that are prohibiting the amount of prosperity that you truly desire. And so as you lean into these energies and you lean into these feelings, just kind of notice how they feel and where they are in your body. Okay, very good. You guys are kind of getting aligned with this. I'm going to go ahead and call in some Gaia Reiki. And that just allows us to get fully and completely aligned and grounded with the energies of the earth and all of the properties of that beautiful grounding and earthing energy that helps restore and replenish our physical body and our energy bodies. So we're going to anchor in all of these energetic shifts and changes today that will be occurring. And I want you to just take notice of yourself as this energy begins to run. If you sort of settle into your space, perhaps you take notice of the base of your spine and the soles of your feet. And as you place awareness and your focus drifts down to these areas, with your eyes closed, simply and easily focusing on your breath, notice your grounding becomes strengthened and your body responds. And I'm going to go ahead and start deleting these categories. And deleting all of these energetic weaknesses that are in your field. And I'm going to be working in each of your quantum fields and sort of running these energies for you now. Your job throughout this clearing is going to be to simply focus on your body, focus on your energy, and be that gentle observer of whatever experience and or sensation that may arise during this process. All right, you guys ready? Taking another deep breath in. Releasing. We're going to do this 3 more times to align our breath with our body. Taking another deep breath in. Releasing. Another one in. And releasing. Last one in. And this last one in, fully expand your lungs to the ultimum capacity that they can be. And releasing. All right. Feeling into these energies now that were a 10, that were an 8, that were a 6. Concentrating on how your energy moves. Beginning now with the category 1, I'm going to be deleting all of the root reasons, causes, sources of entangled energies, disempowering belief systems, and defeating stories and vibrational weaknesses on the emotional level now. Any and all emotional level correlations, and this especially encompasses the feelings around the disempowerment of self, apathy, grief, fear, lust, pride, and anger. Any and all things that contribute to that fear, that doubt, the struggle around money. All emotions want to move, so allow them to do so. Very good. I'm deleting it from all levels of your consciousness, deleting it from your family, both physical and soul family, and all past, present, and future generations across all time, all space. All past, present, and future are included on all levels of your consciousness now, deleting this all the way down to 0 on the emotional level now. Inviting in more joy, bliss, and peace. Any and all sources of stagnation and stuck energy on the emotional level now. Deleting all the root reasons, causes, and sources of these entangled energy, any of the disempowering belief systems, defeating stories, and vibrational weaknesses, causing and contributing to the feelings of struggle, doubt, fear, and panic around money. Deleting it all the way down to a 0 now on the emotional level. I'm going to go ahead and let that one run for another moment. And just be that gentle observer. Do not fight this. Just allow it to be. Moving on to the next level now, the mental level. Deleting all the root reasons, causes, and sources of any and all entangled energies that are contributing to the doubt, the panic, the struggle, and the fear around money. Deleting the reasons, causes, and sources of disempowering belief systems, defeating stories, and vibrational weaknesses on the mental level now. This includes conscious and unconscious belief systems. This includes evidence that the mind has collected to hold on to justify the unconscious beliefs and even strengthen the stories of doubt, fear, lack, panic, and struggle around money. Deleting it from your family, both physical and soul family, and all past, present, and future generations now. Deleting it all the way down to 0. Across all time, all space, all dimension, past, present, and future are included on all levels of your consciousness now. Deleting all of that all the way down to 0. And as this energy moves, completely and fully just direct it down your grounding cord, moving it completely out of your systems. Your energy systems, your mental systems, your emotional systems now. Deleting all of those reasons, causes, and root sources now. All right, allow those energies to move. Moving on to the next category now. Deleting all the root reasons, causes, and sources of entangled energy and disempowering belief systems, defeating stories, and vibrational weaknesses on the collective consciousness and ancient mind level now. Any and all energies that have been linked in to contribute to the stories of fear, doubt, panic, and struggle around money. This includes all the paradigms for the entire collective consciousness of humanity. These are filled with limitations and doubts and fears. Deleting this all the way down to 0. Deleting it from your family, both physical and soul family, and all past, present, and future generations now. Deleting that all the way down to the level 0 across all time, all space, all dimension, past, present, and future are included, all levels of your consciousness now. All right. Again, there was a lot that sort of moved with that particular category, and that's a huge one. Unplugging you fully and completely from that collective consciousness across all humanity now. Plugging you into your divine highest source energy now. Very good. You guys are doing good. Reinforcing your grounding now. I'm going to go ahead and run a high, fast frequency up and down each of your spines to facilitate moving
of this energy, focusing on your breath, staying grounded, staying fully present in your body, noticing any and all energies moving, any sensations that arise. That seemed to be a lot of movement around the head and shoulders. Moving on to the next category. Deleting all of the root reasons, causes, and sources of entangled energy, disempowering belief systems, defeating stories, and vibrational weaknesses on the environmental level now. Any and all energy that is contributing to the fear, the doubt, the panic, and the struggle around money on the environmental level now, deleting that all the way down to a 0. Now, this includes your physical surroundings like your home and your car, your community, your area, your town, your state, your country, political systems, school systems, and religious organizations, deleting it all the way down to a 0, deleting all those root reasons, causes, and sources of vibrational weaknesses that have contributed to any and all panic, struggle, lack around money. Deleting it from your family, both physical and soul family, all past, present, and future generations now, across all time, all space, all levels of your consciousness, past, present, and future generations now. All right, guys. There's been a lot of energy moving. I'm just going to go ahead and check in with each of you. And after each category, I usually intend to reinforce your grounding. So these energies are moving and we're anchoring in your new vibrational sequence. Keeping your focus on your breath. Moving on to the physical category now. Deleting all of the reasons, root causes, and sources of entangled energies, disempowering belief systems, and defeating stories and vibrational weaknesses on the physical level now. Any and all times that there's been energy, stories, and vibrational weaknesses that have contributed to the fear, the panic, the lack, and the struggle around money on the physical level now, bringing that all the way down to a 0. This includes your physical body and is especially important to tap into your physical body now on this particular energy clearing. Deleting any and all energy and any and all coding and programming from all of your systems, organs, tissues, cells, cell parts, DNA, RNA, mitochondria, cytoplasm, smaller still to the molecules, the atoms, and even the quantum particles, fully and completely deleting it all the way down to a 0 across all time, all space, all dimensions, past, present, and future are included on all levels of your consciousness, deleting it from your physical and your soul family, all past, present, and future generations now. This also applies to any and all ancestral lineage, generational coding. Very good. Okay. Just go ahead and allow that energy to move. I'm going to go ahead and check in with you guys before we move into the rest of the categories. There seems to be a lot of energy that has moved already. I want you to feel into your number now. Feel into that energy. I want you to go ahead and reassess and see what has been moved and see what has been calibrated. Go ahead and give me your new number now. Go ahead and type that into the chat. And just allow these categories to continue to clear. You guys are doing really good. Go ahead and see what your number is now. Awesome. We got a 0, we got a 7, we got a 2. Excellent. Very good, guys. Very good. Good. All right. Good, good. Watching it drop. Fantastic. All right, good. We've got 5 more categories. Okay, another 2. Excellent. All right, go ahead and close your eyes again. Focusing on your breath, recentering yourself fully and completely in your body. Breathing in again for the count of 3. Holding, and now releasing. One more time. Pulling in for the count of 3. Holding, and now releasing. Last breath in. Pulling your energy all the way fully, completely back into your body with this last breath. Very good. All right. Now again, feeling into the energies, understanding what your number is of what has now been recalibrated. Moving on to the next category now, deleting all of the root reasons, causes, and sources of entangled energies, disempowering belief systems, and defeating stories and vibrational weaknesses on the social level now. Deleting it all the way down to a 0, any and all times that there has been energy, stories, vibrational sequences, any and all times that you have contributed to the social interactions of relationships like primary family and extended family, friends, teachers, students, and clients, that have contributed to the panic, the fear, the struggle, the lack, the stress around money. Deleting it all the way down to the level 0 now. This includes any and all social media like TV programs, newspapers, movies, radio. This includes generational beliefs carried on in the family line as well now. Deleting any and all times that you have been engaged in the social category that has contributed to your stress, your fear, your panic, your struggle around money. Deleting it all the way down to a 0, all of those root reasons, causes, and sources of vibrational weaknesses and entangled energy. Deleting it from your family, both physical and soul family, all past, present, and future generations, across all time, all space, all dimension, past, present, and future, and all levels of your consciousness now, all the way down to a 0. Ooh, that one made me dizzy, y'all. There was a lot moving from that, unplugging you fully and completely from the current social paradigm, any and all times and anywhere and everywhere that you have reinforced the belief system that to be involved in a social setting, social community, that you must feel as if you belong to contribute to the limiting and lack perpetuating stories of struggle, fear, doubt, confusion, and panic around money. Deleting that all the way down to a 0, unplugging you entirely and completely from that social paradigm and construct now. Okay. Reinforcing your grounding. Moving on to the next category now. We're going to be deleting all the root reasons, causes, and sources of entangled energy, disempowering belief systems, and defeating stories and vibrational weaknesses on the spiritual level now. This includes all past lives, karma, soul contracts, vows, oaths, agreements, and beliefs carried from lifetime to lifetime, any current and past religious, spiritual systems, spiritual dogma, and limitations, any and all religious indoctrination that has perpetuated and created a fear, panic, lack, and struggle paradigm around money. Any and all energies, vibrational sequences, weaknesses that have contributed to your relationship on a spiritual level that have created this story, disempowering belief systems, and defeating self-imposed limitations around money, deleting it all the way down to a 0, deleting it from your family, both physical and soul family, all past, present, and future generations now, across all time, all space, all dimension, past, present, and future generations, across all time, all space, all levels of your consciousness. That one needed double reinforcement. All right. I'm going to go ahead and run another high, fast frequency up and down your spine. Kind of get this energy moving. There's a lot of this stagnation, it feels like, in some of your spines. So we're just going to remove that and intend that any and all work done in the quantum field, programmed into your heart line now, that is going to be fully and completely received by your physical body, your now reality. You're fully and present in this 3D now, plugged in again to the highest version of you. All right, very good. All right, continue to breathe. I want you guys on this one, go ahead and take in 3 long, deep breaths. Allow this energy to move. Give your body the oxygen that it needs to get the blood flowing so it begins to expel more of this energy as it has now been deleted all the way down to a 0. Okay, as that one runs, we're going to go ahead and delete all the root reasons, causes, and sources of entangled energy, disempowering belief systems, and defeating stories and vibrational weaknesses on the psychic and empathic level now. Any and all energies on the psychic and empathic level that have contributed to the paradigm of lack, struggle, panic, and fear and stress around money. This includes energies that you pick up on from other people and incorporate them as your own. Anywhere and everywhere that you have reinforced a belief system based upon someone else, somewhere else, another time, another place, and assumed it as your own responsibility, or attached it and it signed it as it's your own belief system, deleting that all the way down to a 0 now. Any and all times that you've taken on other people's belief systems around money to perpetuate a connection and or bond, deleting that all the way down to a 0 now, plugging you into the source creation energy of what money can be for you in your life. And you as the sovereign creator, plugging you into source's definition of that. Deleting any and all psychic and empathic contributions that have contributed to that paradigm of stress, lack, panic, fear, and struggle around money. Deleting it from your family, both physical and soul family, all past, present, and future generations, across all time, all space, all dimension, all levels of your consciousness now. Deleting that all the way down to a 0. All right, that one also made me super dizzy. Just kind of checking in with your body, check in with yourself, notice the sensations that you are having. I want you to just go ahead and mentally take note of your number as we move on to the last 2 categories now. Deleting any and all root reasons, causes, and sources of entangled energy, disempowering belief systems, and defeating stories and vibrational weaknesses on the level that incorporates any and all foreign influences, foreign energies, entities, implants, disincarnate spirits. These are other energetic beings that may be negatively influencing you or the situation or your set of circumstances. Any and all time that any foreign energy influences you, contributes to, or affects you in the way of fear, panic, struggle, stress around money is to be deleted now to the level 0, fully and completely across all levels of your consciousness, deleting it from your family, both soul family, physical, all past, present, and future generations, across all time, all space, all dimensions, pulling it all the way down, deleting it fully and completely to a 0. Very good. All right, I want to just go ahead, reinforce your grounding again. For this last category, I want you to fully and completely feel into whatever is left in your energetic system. If there is any energies left that are influencing you at all in terms of panic, fear, doubt, stress, and struggle that are in relation to money, contributing to that relationship with money, contributing to those vibrational weaknesses, those energetic entanglements, those disempowering belief systems, and defeating stories. Feel into that energy now, because the last category is any and other. Any and other. Any and all situations, any and all times that you have felt this energy, any and all times that you have invited this energy in, any and all times that you felt the need to reinforce this energy, and any and all times that you felt like you needed this for safety, for security, for certainty, for comfortable factors, deleting it all the way down to a 0. Any other reasons, causes, and root sources of this vibrational weakness, energetic entanglement, and the need for these disempowering belief systems and stories that have perpetuated lack around money, that have contributed to the fear, the panic, the doubt, the stress around money, bleeding that all the way down to a 0. I'm going to be deleting that all across time, all space, all dimension, deleting it from your family, both past, present, and future generations now, both physical and soul family, all levels of your consciousness, fully and completely bringing it down to a level 0. All right, I'm going to go ahead and reinforce all of your grounding, running another high, fast frequency up and down your spine to continue all of the expulsion of this old toxic energy that has perpetuated the old paradigm of you, anchoring you into the best, highest version of you, plugging you into source energy so you may create from that source alignment, integrating all of your energetic shifts and changes now fully across all levels of your consciousness. Bring that awareness into your body now, please, through your breath. Deleting your mind from wanting to recreate things as the way they were. Deleting your mind from wanting to collect evidence from the old ways. Deleting your body from wanting to recreate old biological and physiological processes that bring this energy back into your reality. All right, guys, one last breath in, focusing fully and completely on your body, anchoring in your new vibrational sequence now into this present moment. Very good. When you are ready, you may open your eyes and return. Just go ahead and type in the chat when it is complete on your end. You may write complete, and then I want you to tap into your number. If you feel as if you're hanging on to anything, ask how it is serving you to keep it inside of your body and or energy systems. All right. Good. How are you guys feeling? You're welcome. Man, that made me a little dizzy. How are you guys? You were mapping? Oh, good, Heather. You were mapping it out. Good. Yeah, sometimes we really have to move it out of our body. And just if you guys are at a 1 or a 2, sometimes the mind is so used to like disbelief that it's a little difficult for the mind to attach to, that it's the energy's moved, period. The energy has been deleted and it is moved. So you guys, you started coughing weird. Yeah, you were expelling some energy for sure. But if you guys are at a 1 or a 2, I just want you to just kind of tap into that feeling and see what is left for you to do to unlatch yourself from holding on to that energy. The energy wants to move and the energy has moved. So whatever is left, ask yourself. Thank you. Yep. Dizzy, nausea, lots of pressure in spine and head. Your head was spinning. Yeah. Okay. So what I want you guys to do, you were dizzy and tingly. Yeah. You guys had a lot of energy moving. I could feel it. Like my palms are sweating. At one time, my hand went numb. I got dizzy. On several of the categories. Your spine was all fuzzy. Yeah. Cool. I'm so glad that you guys showed up. You were active participants in your clearing process. So your responsibility for the rest of the day is to just fully and completely honor your new vibrational baseline. And then ask to your intuition, your heart, yourself, your source energy, what you can do to reinforce all of these energetic shifts and changes that you have allowed yourself to participate in. I'm really proud of all you guys. That was really amazing. Your head hurts, so I know something was going on. Yeah, or something was going through. I got you. Yeah. Sometimes the head too wants to hold on to stuff, so just tell your head that it's safe,
to let go. I'm in a process of asking for money that is rightfully mine and want to put that with purity. Ooh, beautiful. Love it. Cool. All right. So what I'm going to do is over the next week, I'm going to kind of do a weekly, I can't even talk. I'm so dizzy. The daily thread of evidence. We've got to collect the evidence that you have deleted and cleared. And I'm like obviously clearing something because now I'm burping. That you've deleted, cleared, and moved this energy out of your space and across all of these categories. And so it's really helpful when we kind of come together and strengthen the bond and strengthen the connection of what we're wanting to create. And then what we're also simultaneously doing is reinforcing that basic human need for bonding and connection, but we're doing it through preferred energy. We're using our energy properly. We're utilizing our connection properly. So we also build two different paradigms, right? We're building two new realities, is to really bond together through positivity and magical creation, and kind of allowing and dispelling all of those old ways of connecting. And we're going to be also disengaging from that collective consciousness that has made us believe that we need to continue to plug into the trauma and the hurts and the challenges and, receiving validation and attention in that capacity. So we're going to be unplugging from that, and we're going to be reinforcing the new reality and paradigm of supporting one another through these positive energetic shifts and changes so they become physical matter, okay? What are some affirmations to anchor in your new vibration? I don't know. I guess it depends on what you want it to be. You got to decide. I personally like to kind of decide like what goal I've been working on, for example, and then sort of build one around that. So then it feels like real and applicable and believable for me. But if I walk around and I'm like, I'm a millionaire, like the mind's just going to like battle me. So I've got to find something that feels really good in my energy. Does that kind of answer your question? The fuzz is moving up my spine and down your limbs, is it? That's so cool. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Your energy's been shifting massively in this area. Response to the process I've been doing. I feel like I was in the final shift. Oh, you're so welcome. Yay. I'm so proud of you. You guys are really spectacular. Thank you for trusting in me. Thank you for joining in today. Does anyone have any questions, comments, or concerns before I log off? I hope you guys enjoyed this. Yeah, Shiri, that's a good one. I believe that everything is working for my highest good. Beautiful. I love it. Yeah, does anyone have any questions, concerns, or comments? The other thing that I like to do to reinforce this is just reminding myself, like anywhere and everywhere that I feel like I need to pick that old belief back up, I give myself permission to set it back down. I am ready and willing to release. I am ready and willing to release. I am ready and willing to release, right? Oh, yay. Okay. Well, maybe we'll do another one next week around relationships. Did I already say that out loud, or was that in my head? That happens a lot. Cool. All right. Well, I will log off unless you guys have anything else for me. And then don't forget to stay up to date on my personal page, because I'm going to be sharing a link very soon to sign up for the 5-day masterclass on meditation. It's free. There's nothing I expect from you except to show up and participate. There's really nothing to like some big sell or anything at the end. You're always welcome to purchase anything that I have, but that's not the focus of this masterclass. The focus of this masterclass is for me to provide a service for you all. And so you guys can get, acclimated to my energy even more, and for you to walk away with some value. So that's it. Okay. All right, guys, I love you. I hope you have a fantastical day. I'll be putting that link up for the masterclass probably within the next day or so. I've got to get a few little things together for it. And then I will also schedule another one of these clearings. If you enjoy them and you would like to participate in your own clearing process, then I will do another one maybe the end of next week. Okay? All right. Love you guys. Have a great day. Bye.